If you make $90,000 a year and still feel broke, it's not because you're bad with money, it's because you're exhausted. On paper, $90,000 sounds solid, responsible, adult. You should be building savings, investing, feeling ahead. Instead, your account hovers near zero, your credit card balance never fully disappears, and every Sunday night feels like quiet panic. Here's the thing. This isn't a budgeting problem, it's an energy problem. Your job isn't just paying you $90,000. It's draining you just enough to keep you stuck in a cycle where you earn well, but spend like someone trying to survive. And once you see the cycle, you can't unsee it. Now let's talk about why $90,000 feels rich, but rarely feels free. $90,000 sounds like you've made it. You're not struggling. You're not minimum wage. You're not broke. So why does it feel like you're constantly behind? Here's the illusion. At $90,000, you upgrade quietly, not dramatically, just enough to match your peers. A slightly better apartment, a newer phone, more dinners out, flights instead of buses, convenience instead of effort, nothing crazy, nothing reckless, but your baseline shifts. And now $90,000 doesn't feel rich. It feels normal. This is where it gets subtle. You're earning more, but your environment adjusts upward with you. Your friends make similar money, your city is expensive, your expectations rise. So instead of feeling ahead, you feel average. An average with a demanding job feels dangerous. But here's the part most people miss. The real leak isn't the upgrades, it's what the job is doing to your brain. Here's the thing nobody talks about. High-income jobs don't just pay you more, they drain you more. Long meetings, constant notifications, performance pressure, deadlines that follow you home. You're not just working 8 hours, you're mentally on call all day, and your brain has a limit. Decision fatigue is real. After hundreds of micro decisions at work, your self-control drops. So what happens at 7:42 p.m.? You don't cook, you order, you don't compare prices, you click buy, you don't optimize, you relieve stress. This is where it gets ugly. Exhaustion doesn't just make you tired, it makes you impulsive. When your energy is low, your brain shifts into reward mode. It wants comfort, convenience, dopamine, so the same job that pays you $90,000 quietly pushes you toward $25 dinners, $200 treat-yourself weekends, and subscriptions you don't even remember starting. Not because you're irresponsible, because you're depleted, and depleted people make expensive decisions. Now wait, let's actually do the math on what that exhaustion is costing you. Let's do the math. You're tired 3 nights a week, so instead of cooking, you order food. That's about $25 a meal instead of $8 at home. That's a $17 difference. 3 times a week is $51. Over a year, that's $2,652. Now add convenience spending, impulse Amazon buys, upgraded flights, Uber instead of public transport. Little I deserve this moments. Let's say that's another $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. Now here's the one nobody counts. Missed performance upside. When you're constantly drained, you don't negotiate. You don't network, you don't upskill, you just survive. If that costs you even a modest $5,000 raise, you never push for, that's real money. So far we're at $2,652 from food, $3,600 from convenience, $5,000 in lost growth. That's over $11,000 quietly leaking out of a $90,000 income. And that's conservative. This isn't reckless spending, it's fatigue spending. And the worst part, you don't feel it happening. Because it feels earned. Now let's talk about why your brain keeps justifying it. Now here's where it gets dangerous. Your brain believes the exhaustion justifies the spending. You worked hard, you dealt with pressure, you earned this, and that sentence right there is the trap. When effort equals reward in your mind, every stressful week unlocks permission to spend. It doesn't feel irresponsible, it feels fair. But your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a reward and a leak. It just knows relief. So the job drains you. Spending comforts you. Savings stall. Stress increases, which makes the job feel heavier. And the cycle tightens. This is identity level stuff. You see yourself as a high earner, so you spend like someone who shouldn't have to worry. But high income without high energy discipline turns into lifestyle maintenance, not wealth. And most people never notice the shift until something forces them to. It usually hits on a Sunday night. You open your banking app, you make good money. So why does your savings barely move? You tell yourself next month will be different. Next quarter you'll get serious. Next year you'll finally feel ahead. But nothing changes. You're too tired during the week to optimize, too drained on weekends to plan, too busy surviving to build. And slowly a quiet fear creeps in. If $90,000 feels like this, what happens at 35? At 40? You're not drowning, but you're not building either. You're running hard, standing still. And this is the moment most people misdiagnose the problem. They blame discipline, they blame budgeting apps, they blame themselves, but the real fix isn't about cutting coffee, it's about breaking the exhaustion loop itself. So how do you break it? Not by squeezing another $40 out of groceries. You fix the energy leak first, because money follows focus. Step 1. Protect sleep like it's an investment account. 6 hours of sleep is expensive, 8 hours is profitable. Step 2. Automate decisions before you're tired. Automatic investing, automatic savings, pre-planned meals, preset spending limits. Remove willpower from the equation. Step 3. Batch improvement. Instead of "I'll learn after work," schedule one protected hour on Saturday morning when your brain is fresh. Energy first, optimization second, because when you're rested, you negotiate better, you think long-term, you tolerate short-term discomfort, and suddenly your income starts acting like $90,000. But there's one final mindset shift that makes this permanent. Here's the reframe. You're not bad with money, you're overextended. A $90,000 salary isn't supposed to make you rich overnight, but it also shouldn't keep you anxious. If your income feels heavy instead of freeing, the problem isn't math, it's mismanaged energy. Wealth isn't just what you earn, it's what you can keep without burning yourself out to maintain it. So before you chase $120,000 or $150,000, ask a better question. If I'm exhausted at $90,000, will more money fix it, or will it just make the trap bigger?